FUIs, you win. Because today is the day you have your show, Boss in Hollywood Special. Now turn it over to the man himself who has been with me since day one doing this show. The original four horseman himself, who will be 48 years old in a month's time. Bless his heart and bless his soul. It's the one only Hollywood Alec.
Everybody, I'm back. Thank you, Bossman, for this opportunity, to speak to the FUIs, to speak to the people. Of course, we're going to do what we do, but look, usually we're real light, on our show, we like to make people laugh. We're here to entertain, but at this moment, I'd just like to give props and give a shout out and dedicate this show to my father, who passed away on February 4th, 2014. His birthday is tomorrow. And, every year on August the 16th, I celebrate, I reflect, this, that, and the third. Just to give you a brief insight on this guy's greatness. My father, who happened to be a Chicago police officer for 34 years, he was a man's man. He was a stand-up character. He was involved in all of our lives individually. You understand? He was heavily involved in church. I've never once seen him leave my mom. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, he was just a man's man. And the thing that he loved to do is he loved to pour into young men, such as myself at the time. You know what I'm saying? He loved to instill things into us that I still use to this very day. And that's important, for a young man. Young men need that person to look up to, and a lot of times, we feel like that's the problem with the young people in our community is the lack of fathers or father figures, and I was just one of those who was blessed to be able to have mine in my life, my entire life. You understand? So all in all, my father, he's one of he was just the biggest influence in my life, and a lot of the work ethic that he had and the values that he had, I still carry that on to this very day. So I'm really grateful to the Most High for my father and the life and the legacy, the life that he lived and the legacy that he left behind for us, as far as my brothers and my family to follow. You know what I'm saying? He left a heritage behind. He left it's not heritage, but an inheritance. He left an inheritance behind for us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was physical or whether it was a wealth of knowledge, and the wealth of knowledge that he left to me and my brothers and my sister, is absolutely priceless. You know what I mean? Because now I can look back and see the same values that being a husband and being a father, I can still see the same values that he instilled in us. I see that, when I'm with my children, when I'm with my wife, he taught me how to be a gentleman. He taught me how to, to bring my children up in the admonition of the Creator, you understand, and to just be a stand-up guy, you know what I'm saying? Be a man about what, be about my business and not settling for anything, you know what I'm saying? Always trying to strive for the best, that I could get, the best that I could be, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping my head where it's supposed to be. You understand? Everybody falls off, but just like the Bible says, if you train up a child in the way they'll go, the way they should go, when they're old, or when they're older, I should say, they won't depart from it. You understand? They won't stray from the road they're supposed to be on. you know, and my father wanted us to be on the road to greatness, and I'm on my way there. No matter how slow, you know what I'm saying, or how fast it happens, I know I'm on my way, and I know it's going to be a process because he told me it was going to be a process. You know what I'm saying? He said nothing in life is going to come easy to you if it's worth something, and life ain't all about funs and games, he would say. You know what I'm saying? There's sometimes you have to be serious about what you're doing, and there's going to be times where you'll be able to have fun and stretch out. But right now, you know, handle your business. You understand? When you're with your family, you know what I'm saying, make sure they're the focal point of your life. Make sure your wife, you know what I'm saying, she comes from just all that good stuff that, you know, all those good morals that, you know, you feel like a man should have that makes him a real man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can have a child, but are you going to take care of your child? They got plenty of cats around here, you know what I'm saying? You see their children, they done grew up, and you know that their dads was kicking it. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? You know their dads wasn't nowhere around in their life. I know plenty. You understand? Just a plethora, you understand, of cats around here. You wonder why we have these instances in our communities that we have is because these young kids don't have anybody to look up to. These young men have nobody to look up to, and it's almost like they feel like they're hopeless. They have nobody to pour into them. They have nobody to give them any hope. So, you know, all in all, I'm just grateful because I had somebody to pour into me. You know what I'm saying? I've been with my wife 24 years, and there's nothing that I love more than to take care of her. You understand? Because that's what I saw him do. And I know that's the only way that I'd be able to handle this and do this the way that I'm doing is because I had somebody to show me. You understand? So, all in all, just like I said, I'm just grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying for these young brothers out there that don't have anybody or anywhere to turn to. So they're looking towards the streets, or they're looking towards, you know what I'm saying, the gangbang, whoever. You understand? That stuff does not last long. So they grow up without any hope. They just, I can't even see 5 feet in front of me. I'm just living from day by day by day. Whatever happens tomorrow happens. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want my children to have a future. I don't want my kids where I was. You know what I'm saying? When I was young and raising hell out there. You know, I want them to have a better chance. And I know that's going to come from a place where my father wanted me to be at. And I'm still trying to get there. You know, so I'm just grateful, you know, that he was in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that he was there. If he had done nothing else, he was there. You understand? And that's, for me, that's good enough. Him being there, even though he did much more. You understand? So this show is dedicated to my pops. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Pops. I know you're looking down on us, and I love you, man. Straight up.
And Hollywood, all right. Thank you for that, because you have been a big brother to me over these past 13, 14 years, helping me out. So the things your father instilled in you has helped me become a better person. And you've helped me build this brand. I taught you many times before. Without you, I wouldn't be where I am today. And you are great. You're a great friend. You're a great brother. You're a great husband. And you're a great radio host, too. And I hope you know that, my brother. I appreciate you with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my life.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man. All right. Now it's time to go to work. Okay. I almost lost track. Okay, here it is. Here it is. A non-shortage on FUI.
Amen.
There's a non-shortage on FUI. Okay, just like I was going to tell you earlier, if there was no other state if this was just a union of one state, that it's not even a union, it's just a state in the middle of nowhere. And I'm talking about Florida. Florida alone is enough FUIs to probably... Man, look, we don't need any other FU. All we needed was Florida. Florida for FU, that's it. They're so messed up out there. But we have multiple states. Florida is just the first one that comes to mind.
Texas, too.
Oh, wow.
California,
Texas,
Georgia,
Illinois,
Ohio.
Like, I mean, you name it. There's FUIs everywhere.
Like,
I'm just saying, some states just stick out like a sore thumb.
We could really do a show every week if we wanted to on FUIs, never run out of material.
Right.
And never run out of material.
Just on news. All right. Emails to the side. Everything else to the side. Just on, just on news articles alone. And I'm not talking about we don't have to sit there during the course of a day to determine how many of these articles we'll get. These things go on all day.
All day.
You understand? So there's never going to be a shortage on FUIs as long as they're FUIs.
And somewhat so, there's 611,000 of them in this chat right now.
See, there we go right there. That's enough to fill a nice-sized city.
Exactly. We should be collecting taxes on these idiots.
Dude, that's like... I don't know, have y'all seen, like, The Walking Dead? That's kind of how I imagine it. Mm-hmm. Like the City of the Dead. Have you heard that, like, that new show?
I have.
It's like from the Walking Dead universe. Like when I think about FUIs, I imagine like the city. Like, you know how they have the aerial view?
Mm-hmm.
And they show like the 4 city blocks and they're full of zombies.
Yes.
There it is. That's the picture that I get. Like when I think about Florida, I don't think about it in the sense that I used to when I lived there. Like when I thought about Florida, I thought about sandy beaches, bluish green water at times. You know what I'm saying? You think about stuff like that, a few palm trees and we're good. But now when I think about Florida, I think about that aerial view and about 1 million zombies walking below. And the aerial view just gets bigger and bigger. Like until they show the entire state.
Mm-hmm.
And all you see is like the little squirm at the bottom because it's about a couple million zombies wandering the area. It's crazy. Oh, very quickly. Not that long ago, there was a story about a young hussy named Mariah Mills.
Oh, that hussy, yes. Her.
Dude, let me tell you what. Now, this is the type of, like, scandalous behavior that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? No, and better yet, this is the type of kind of scandalous behavior that FUIs actually send us emails about.
Yes. Correct.
You understand? So when I saw it, when Bossman sent it to me, I was like, what? Wait, what's this? And I read the stream, I read her timeline. I was just like, is this chick, is she serious? Like,
yeah.
And then like, day number 2, and she's back at it all day. Then there's day number 3. Chick, like, how many times are you gonna try to say the same "I will survive" speech? You had a winner, and now you done got a loser pregnant. Like this is the first time you've ever been through that.
In Hollywood, I see it all the time at Hawks games. You sits behind the Hawks.
Thank you.
She's always Atlanta Hawks
Like,
games.
bro, like I just couldn't. I don't know.
She went on 5
couldn't-
straight days before Twitter finally suspended her. She threatened to leak videos of her and Zion Williamson together. This she took the Instagram and TikTok before they put a kibosh on.
Dude, that's crazy.
We get it. You're hurt. You wasn't the only one. He was tricking off you and somebody else too. It's probably somebody else and somebody else. Play your position. That was truly an FUI email of what was going on right there. Truly was.
Dude, that's like, yeah. It was just one of them things. Like, I don't know. Just the way she was kind of carrying on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people are finally looking at her like, so what you want us to say?
Mm-hmm. And he's her
That's
first
how-
black dude too. Cause she be at Hawks games with white dudes.
Dude, like, she looked, you know, they like that type of shit. That's why they pay for it.
And she's
You
had too
understand
much
what I'm
work
saying?
done too. I like to be a
Yeah,
thick
that's-
woman, but she's had too much work done.
She looks she looks strange. Let's just keep it Trilla.
Yes.
You understand? Like, she looks strange. She doesn't even, I mean, would it be a stretch to say that she kind of looked, she didn't look human anymore? She looked kind of vampiric?
Yes, that's not a stretch at all. Yeah, she does look vampirish. Like, I wouldn't want to touch that anyway.
Right. She looks like 30 Days of Night in the Hood. Like, straight up. Like, I was like, man, what? Is she talking, man? Like, dude, you know the game. You already know what time it is. Like, are you surprised? You shocked? Let's keep it moving. It's been day 5.
And other part about it, while he's still texting her, like, hey, dummy, Zion, stop texting her. You're fueling the fire.
Dude. I literally called her an imbecile of galactic proportions.
And she truly is.
And trust me, it doesn't get any bigger than that. Like, that's, I'm just saying. Okay.
So we can't forget about that horrible video of that monkey in the Atlanta club.
Oh my gosh. That's exactly what I was about to go to.
God.
Okay, now it's not enough to I don't even know what to call that. Okay, you know, your girlfriends aren't enough. You're at the strip club, you're partying. You have a pet monkey on your back spanking you on the ass.
And biting you too.
Just set black people back at least 70 years.
And the monkey had on a diaper and a onesie. What are we doing?
First of all, since when have we opted to take monkeys as pets?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to us sticking with the usual? Like, you're not going to find a pit bull in the club. Okay? You're not going to find a Rottweiler in the club. Or what other kind of strange, what other kind of animals do?
A snake.
It doesn't matter. A cat lover. Huh?
A snake, a gerbil, a hamster, a rabbit, which I don't understand that one, but still.
Like you might, okay, granted, you might find a cat wearing a snake at Freaknik, the Kappa Beach Party, Black College Weekend. You know what I'm saying? Because he really believes in his mind of minds that having a snake around his neck is going to get him some punene. But that is not the case, my brother. Okay? These chicks had a live monkey on back and twerking and ass slapping and biting, nibbling, whatever, asking for a banana. Whatever. You understand? Where did we get the behavior? When did we adopt that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Exactly.
I do not know.
And I'm embarrassed because it happened in Atlanta.
Oh, man. I was embarrassed in my house in Louisiana. I'm not even in the state. I was just looking like, okay, like when did we start pulling this off? Like, this is new. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get no text. I didn't get no alert. I didn't get anything. Like, hood rats are now dragging pet monkeys into club. Like, I didn't get the memo. I was just looking crazy.
And if you have that, if you must do that, why are we videoing? It's good material for us and bad material at the same time.
Well, I mean, like, the only thing I kind of could get out of it was that I mean, if they thought it was going to garner likes or whatever, they were right. I mean, more laughing emojis than anything, but if they thought it was going to go semi-viral, yeah, they were kind of correct. But it was just the act itself, to me, was strange.
So, how do you carry a pet monkey? In a stroller? In your arms? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you carry
him like a baby? Does he ride your back? Does he walk? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Do you have him in a pet stroller? If there's any type of thing like that in existence.
He must have been a baby because he had on a diaper.
And I'm sure he's not potty trained, apparently.
So many embarrassing things in that one 10-second video.
Just that one video. Like, you know what I'm saying? Are you afraid he's going to drop a swirl on stage? Like, what is it? If you all can teach him how to twerk and slap ass, I can almost guarantee that you can potty train the son of a gun.
Send us back.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying. There's so many better things that we could be doing with our time, even for a monkey, than smacking booty in the club.
Yeah, I was very embarrassed by my city for that.
I'm sure the bigots had a field day with that one. Yeah. Okay.
It can't be about the twerking dental hygienist too. That's you're in the dentist chamber.
Oh man, I remember that. Dude, I was like, is she for? So, correct me if I'm wrong. This is her way of advertising the dentistry.
Well, she's a hygienist. She's not the dentist. She's the hygienist.
The dentist already lost.
Yeah, she's the hygienist. Doing all that twerking and gyrating on equipment and in the drawers. What are we doing? Isn't that a health violation?
I'm hoping that wasn't an actual commercial. Like, if that was just for YouTube, it's still out of line. But if it was just for YouTube, yeah. But if that was an actual commercial, he is out of line. Whoever directed that commercial, all of them are out of pocket. Because you doing all that twerking and chilling, you understand, what the hell are you going to do to my mouth?
Exactly.
I mean, your favorite song, she might be literally in your mouth. Her favorite song, come on, it's over.
Yeah. And who's to say that her juices didn't fly through those thin, cheaply bought drugs.
Right. That's another problem. Oh, wow. Man, oh my God.
It's like, what are we doing?
The world has gone to pot, dude. I'm telling you.
I'm like, and then it's like, what are we doing? Like, I wouldn't want to go at the issue. I'm like, you ain't sanitized and safe. I mean, you got this trick twerking and gyrating and emitting juices all over the equipment, the seat I sit in, and no.
Oh.
And it gets worse because remember Hollywood, I sent you about in Atlanta in the Hole in the Wall club, you have BBW pole dancing and stripping.
Oh, I just looked at
Dickendales. Dickendales. What in the world? So you played off Chippendales going Dickendales, but they're all like busted though. It's not even like in proportion. It's like busted in a hole in the wall.
Well,
a small suburb of Atlanta. Really?
Dude, what is ridiculous? Like, that's all we're worth now? Like, we got strippers with a fried chicken addiction.
Yeah.
I saw, like, I ain't got no problem with BBW, but, I believe that, people are going to do what they're going to do to get what they want. You understand? I just believe that we need less of that and more of, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, we have enough of this goofy imagery when it comes to us in the first place. You understand? Like, that is not all we're worth. All we're worth, you know what I'm saying? That's not all we're worth is clubs and food. Like, we do have some smarts. They never talk about cats balling out in Silicon Valley. And I know there are plenty. I know some. You just don't hear about it. But as soon as they hit the strip club, the whole world knows. You know what I'm saying? They try to flip it like, oh, well, yeah, we're BBW, you know what I'm saying? We're dancing and we BBW and we, you know what I'm saying? We're not ashamed, Nobody's trying to shame you nobody's body shaming you at all. You understand? Because I love all black women. But dang, like, we have to, don't you think it's time to change the narrative?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Is that all people think about us is
tomfoolery? I
gotta build my brand of makeup, food, entertainment, music,
jewelry,
sports, shoes, couture. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's all we're worth is stuff, is the material stuff that they worship. Mm-hmm. You understand? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't understand, like, why can it be BBW a lawyer squad? You understand?
Exactly.
Like a board of lawyers that's not afraid, that they're not ashamed of being BBW.
Nope, we got.
You know what I'm saying?
We got
you can appreciate our sickness and we'll get you out of jail.
But nah, we can't have lawyers. We got strippers, pole dancing and stripping in a hole in the wall sports bar in Silverwood, in a plaza.
Right, like that's clap-worthy. I mean, in a way, you know what I'm saying, if you mess with the wrong one, it would be clap-worthy. But it's not clap-worthy in the sense of, giving somebody applause or something. Like, what's so fresh about that? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, whatever.
Hollywood.
Okay.
See, we're mature. That's why we're mature. We want better for the race. A lot of people live in the moment. They don't see the big picture.
Yeah, I did. I did that. And that's what I was just saying, like, not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Cats and people be out here, it's like they can't see 5 feet in front of them. You understand? They're only seeing, like, the peace sign in front of their face. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, like, you don't see, just like you don't see the big picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been questioning this crap for the longest. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why? Why do we have these? It's almost like we have these labels attached to it to the point where it's ingrained in the psyche of America mostly. But not only that, it's overseas too. You know what I'm saying? It's like ingrained in our psyche that, you know, this is it. This is all we're worth or good at. You understand? It is kind of aggravating already.
Very.
You know, we don't even get labeled as hard, just a regular hardworking middle class. You understand? You know, if you want to call it the average Joe, the average, you know, the working man, whatever. You understand? You know, whatever you want to call it. It's like we don't even hear we don't even hear the acknowledgement for us contributing to that. Because, you know, we're so busy taking on labels like what you see on TV, like it's all entertainment. It's all young, you know what I'm saying, young black cats of worth are getting in the studio and trying to make a mixtape. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put my music out, you know, whoever's going to hear it.
Yeah. Like, think about Hollywood. I've had 5 articles written about me and it's only been in the past, 2 years? And I've been grinding for how many years? Running the independent thing from grassroots. It's overlooked.
A long time.
And not praised
right.
by the community. And I'm frustrated. Why aren't I with a white conglomerate? I don't want to be. I like my independence. We dealt with that in the past. It was not fun for us. Hence, dangerous language and stupid industry critiques.
It was ridiculous.
So yeah, my struggle is not champion. Idiocy is champion, unfortunately.
Right. I couldn't have said it better. You know what I'm saying? It's like being dumbed down now. It's almost like a trend. There it is.
Yeah.
It's like being stupid is a trend now. It's trendy. To not just, you know, but to even to be smart and just act like an idiot. You understand? Where you know somebody's being dumbed down, you can see it. Because you can't say that everybody that pulls this stuff off is an idiot. We can't assume that. We can actually see that the behavior is idiotic. But it's almost like it's a trend to be idiotic, because if you're not a dingbat, what are your chances of going viral? You know what I mean? And to me, that's just, it's just kind of, you know, you don't want to say that you feel like there's no hope, because there's always hope, even though that is a dangerous word, dangerous language. You understand? But I say it's a dangerous word for other reasons. Or people might see it as a dangerous word for other reasons. But if you're going to have hope, you know what I'm saying? You have to contribute. You know what I'm saying? You can't just hope for something and just sit. Well, you know, you're going to hope for something, put something behind it. Shoot. Everybody hopes to be a millionaire, but everybody, you know, not everybody wants to work towards it or have the patience to work towards a goal like that. Everybody wants an easy way, you know. I want an easy. Everybody wants an easy way too, but the thing is, you know, I don't expect it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know, you know, anything good, just like you said, man. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? You know, the magazine articles, I was like, man, this is great. You know what I'm saying? But I know how long you've been grinding.
Yeah. And they're just now noticing me, Hollywood. Just now.
Exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that just lends credence to the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? It's an uphill battle. But you have to be putting something in. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up there and just wish on a star and expect some crap to happen. You understand? You know, I mean, it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? You have to put something in it. You know what I'm saying? You have to support your own hopes and your own dreams of what, you know, be the change you want to see. And I mean, I'm trying, because the crazy mess that I'm seeing, it's overwhelming. Like, it's not like it was when we was talking about, you know, FUIs like 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Things have escalated.
The emails have gotten worse. The emails have gotten worse over the last 7 years.
Dude, it's horrible.
Forced activity.
Dude, I'm telling you. And, oh my God. I'm looking at this picture that you sent. Dude, I don't know what to say about this. Like, having your brother as your OBGYN is insane.
And they're black. This makes it worse. They're black.
Dude,
she's 4 months pregnant, and her brother's getting handsy in her box. Like, really?
Dude, I don't care what type of level of professionalism you're talking about. You understand? That is still your sister.
That's crazy.
And when you sent me when I saw the picture and I read it, I was just like, dude, I was like cringing. You know what I'm saying? I was like, is he supposed to be doing that?
Hell, I cringed when I saw it. Like, this is like, what?
Like, is this brother really supposed to? Is he really supposed to be here? I don't know if he's supposed to be doing it.
And to actually post that online like it's okay. Like, they post it online like it's okay. No, it's not okay.
Wow.
You should not be getting handsy with your sister. I don't is her OBGYN. And that's a terrible idea.
It's just bad, period. Dude, like, you're trying you got a practice, like, right? Like, how does that, I don't know. That just doesn't look right. There's something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not your sister. Send her to somebody else. Send her to a colleague.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care how, I'm not trying to do that in any capacity. That's just too, man, I can't. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can give her advice. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to her about it, but I don't want to die. No, man. Ooh, no. We're not on that. Go to my friend. Here, take his car.
Yeah. I don't want my sibling as a patient of nothing. Whether I'm a dentist,
no, bro.
Whether I'm, something even that's less invasive. I know. You're my sister. I don't want you to be my patient.
No, please, no. Just no.
It's so sick. Like, how does the baby daddy feel that her brother is going up in her box to check for the, that's great.
Oh God.
He's gonna help deliver his own. Like seriously, like that's it. When you break it down, it gets sick. It gets sick quick.
That's just too damn close to home. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
It's too close to home, bro. I can't deal. All right, let me see if I can find this other.
Now, Hollywood, let's try to read some of these funny Montgomery Brawl headlines and then discuss it. Because these headlines of Montgomery Brawl are funny as hell.
Oh, my God. Dude. Now, I got to say, first of all, I saw the video, and it was a trip because all these things, like all these, you don't want to, it's like all these feelings, they kind of pop up about how, you know, we as black folks are violent and we're quick to wrath and solve our problems with our fists, with violence and this, that, and the third. And we're animals, we're vicious, we're this, that, and the third. You know, what happened here? Now, I saw security guard, who happened to be black, doing his job.
Actually, he was the co-captain of the Harriet ship.
Okay, I thought it was a security guard, but he was the co-captain.
Yep.
So apparently he was doing his job, and to make a long story short, he got beat up and attacked, mobbed on, right?
Mm-hmm.
By good God-fearing Klan for doing his job. Okay. Now, this is when keeping it fake goes wrong. Because you all are at a beach, and I'm sure they were thinking when they did what they did, because it was the first question I asked. Well, what made them do that? You understand? I guess they were feeling like nobody's going to do anything. There's no unity in our community. You can't spell community. You understand? There's no unity in the community. Nobody's going to come to his rescue. We're just going to mob on them. We're going to run off. But, you know, God works in mysterious ways. And it was just amazing to see how, at warp speed, almost, help came.
Did my man swim across the Alabama River?
Oh, yes, my man, my homie Aquaman. That's what it was called, Aquaman.
Or Shaquille O'Neal's.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Or Doc Rivers.
That's just hilarious, though. But to see that, though, like, I don't know, it just made me kind of feel warm inside. Like, you know, there's still hope. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I know that there's hope. Like, I know change is going to come. Something tells me change has come. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't never going to hear about it in the media. You understand? Because if they ain't reporting on nothing negative, it's like, who wants to hear about good stuff? And then, who wants to hear about good stuff involving black folks?
Mm-hmm. Think about this Hollywood historical aspect. It's in Montgomery, Alabama, less than 2 miles from where the Montgomery bus boycott went down. Rosa Parks did no. And on the same dock, our ancestors were sold into slavery up the Alabama River.
Thank you.
All those historical factors of what happened there.
That's why I renamed it. I renamed it Return of the Ancestors. You know what I'm saying? It's like something happened there. You know what I'm saying? Something special and underlining happened there. And it doesn't, I'm not talking about violence. You understand? I'm just talking about, for once. You understand? It's like, here it is, for once we're together. Mm-hmm. In a common cause to save our brother. You understand? He could have been really hurt. Like, he could have been really jacked up in that. They jumped him.
Mm-hmm. And
you know
we
what I'm saying?
came together in that moment to say, no.
Yes, exactly. No, not today. You understand? Y'all gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. You was minding your business on that boat and doing what you're supposed to have been doing, this would have never happened. If you weren't sitting up there exercising privilege, this wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? You always telling us to check ourselves and check our community. Check yourselves and check your community. Straight up.
Now, Hollywood, I'm looking at some of these names that they gave this brother. C. Murder, 21 Tilapia.
With the FBA.
Fisher Smalls, Mike Typhon, Grandmaster Splash, Evander Holyfish, Johnny Gills, LeBron James, Arswimio Hall, Stingray Leonard, Water Payton, Nip C. Hustle,
Stingray Leonard,
Marquise Fitz, Finding Negro, Delay-O Fist, Swimone Biles, Swimming Hendricks, Little Uzi Squirt, LL Pool J.
Oh my God.
Little,
like, wait a minute. Wait. Little what?
Little Uzi Squirt.
Dude, I'm done.
Little Uzi Squirt. Scuba Gooding Jr.
They be doing too much.
Like Michael B. Phelps. JJ Fish. Catfish Cuz. Kofi King.
Oh my
Fish,
God. Really?
Tyrone Locke. Like, come on, man.
What?
Yes. Our people, brother. Our people.
You gotta love it.
Like the creativity, but it is a bigger picture that we're laying out here today. And before we go to the emails in the top of the hour, let's get some of these headlines from the Raw. I'll start off with one of them. It was kind of. I'll start off with one of them. Is the creativity of our headline writers. Fade in the water. Ancestrally charged African American Avengers administered anguish to arrogant Anglo-Saxons at Montgomery Riverfront. Bud like bullies beaten to an FFFAO puff. So that's F around and find out if y'all don't know what that is.
Dude.
It says,
somebody, I don't know, but somebody has bars. Is that you? You right there?
I'm not that good, brother. I'm not that good. Like,
dude, that's incredible.
Like Riverfront Rumble. Black Twitter explodes over soul-stirring saltine smackdown in Montgomery. Drags Anglo aggressors into alabaster abyss.
Dude, like, somebody's man, ain't nobody, that dude ain't making no mixtapes? What the devil?
Here we go. Seaside Superman, 16-year-old marvelously monikered Montgomery man-at-arms Aaron, a.k.a. Ahoy Jones Jr., speaks out after walloping Wayward White at Waterfront. Like,
oh my God.
Who's writing this garbage?
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But it's so funny, bro. That, like, really?
Those headlines are ridiculous, but funny as hell at the same time.
Dude.
I wish I was that good.
And what's up with this? Look, the left at second base, Jose Ramirez, chin check, side chick charmer, Tim Anderson in infield fisticuffs, Twitter calls knockout karma.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't see it. I probably should have looked for it, but I didn't see it.
Hey, dude got knocked out at second base, my brother. A White Sox player got knocked out at second. He put up the Dukes He was doing his dancing. He got hit with a straight right to the jaw. He went down. He was knocked out. Bro, they put the Sonic rings around him on Twitter and Instagram. They gave that man the Sonic rings. Okay?
Oh, it's messed up. He said the Sonic rings. Oh, it's jacked up.
Oh, he going to Ritz, please. Audacious and aggrieved Anglo-Saxon, adorned in blackface, aggressively accosted Aurora Target employee.
What? Really? Nah, I gotta look that up though.
Man, the way they write this stuff is just out of control, man. I wish I was that good at writing headlines. I'm not.
Like that's an understatement. Like
I don't have that talent that they have to write these kind of.
Yeah, dude, it's bars, yo, like for real.
And I see one
like
with
bars.
Hey, bro, if you scroll up real quick, you see one with Cam Newton font. Oh my God, whatever he's doing, what's wrong with handling this freaking font, man?
Dude, I'm finished with that cat. Like he just be looking crazy. Like Cam Newton, I don't know.
Yeah, like
I'm looking for it. I saw the no, let me see. I saw the what's this team with the t-shirts? They have to pull the t-shirts. Hold on. I have it right here. Come on. Oh Lord, hold on. Let me find it right quick. Okay. Minor League Baseball team pulls T-shirt design for resembling racial slurs.
Oh, the Chattanooga Nougats. Yes. That's 2 hours from Atlanta. The Chattanooga Nougats. Yes. Really?
Dude.
Nobody black works in that department for marketing. Nobody black.
Absolutely not. You understand? It just Nougat is too close. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just too, what's up, Nougats? Like, you could actually get away with it.
The Chattanooga Nougats. What kind of name is that? He need to change the name of the team.
Somebody said they knew what they were doing.
Yes. The Chattanooga Nougats.
And someone said, so there's not one black player on the team? Come on, man.
Like, come on. You gotta be more mindful. You cannot be. First of all, why is your name the Chattanooga Nougats?
I mean, it just sounds. I mean, it sounds stupid altogether. So that leads me to believe that there was an underlying agenda. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. You understand what I'm saying? Like it was a joke, like a dare, like I bet you. You know what I'm saying? Let's put this name together. I bet you won't do it. Oh man, it's not the word. You know, it's not like we won't get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can just imagine. Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, hold on. And then I saw the eyes. Because you know how they have that little meme that says you only read, your brain only processes so many letters in a word to the point where if it's something like, you dig what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to put all the letters in that word. Our brains are going to pick it up and process it like a mug. Like, for real? Like, what's going on? Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Crazy town. Well, folks, top of the hour, we're here. We're going to take a 2-minute break and get into your 20 emails you've sent to read. So,
holy crap.
This is hour 1, Boston Hollywood. You wanted the show, you got the show. We got 20 emails coming for you after the break. Boston Hollywood, we are out.
Out.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Hour number 2, Bossman Hollywood show for you FUIs. You're born today because you got a hell of a first hour and a hell of a show coming for you. We know you wait for this segment. You provide the content directly by your email to us to break down your problems and help your FUI life get in the right direction. And to read the emails, as he always does on this show, the man himself, the one only, Hollywood, Alec.
Yeah, and you know what, brother? It's like, it's like we don't even have, enough time to address all the things that we really could have to address. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get tons of stuff, tons of articles. I get sent tons of this, that, and the third from everybody who is anybody, and sometimes from people who ain't nothing or nobody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I get tons of articles, and, I read a lot of them, and I'm here to tell you that they're bad. But the emails are a totally different beast. They always have been, and I think they always will be, because it gives these, the people that we're actually talking about, it gives them a forum for them to express their jacked up situations or wherever they are, or, it gives them a chance to express what actually makes them an FUI. And they do not disappoint. Case in point, listener email. Boston, Hollywood. It was this 28-year-old female was interested in that I met on IG. Things started out great. 3 outings and pull up and meet at park. Okay. Calls and texts daily. Okay. Everything was on the up and up. More about her. She has 4 kids and she works as an independent tax consultant. Wow. I'm 32 and have no kids. She's on an IUD insert but wants more kids, which was cool. Okay. Much more information about it. A few weeks ago, communication began to turn towards non-existent. Well, first, let's stop at, that's a big word. Non-existence. I'm proud of you. I would see her posting on Facebook and IG, Instagram, but not communicating with me. I would get a random or token text here and there, but nothing deep like it used to be, just superficial surface mess. The communication waned after she asked me to purchase her some tax software and her help out with her credit card bill. Okay, one left. I did it because I thought she was true and had been building something. I confronted her on 3 occasions, and I called out how it was awful suspicious that after I helped her, as she asked me, she got ghosted. She claimed in this order. What? Upper respiratory infection? 2, was her kids had her tired. 3, food poisoning. She claimed this, but her ass was already more Facebooking and Instagramming away, but all while trying to use those 3 excuses for not communicating with me. Okay. We agreed that we would talk at night after she got off work and she had her kids settled in. I would tell her I'm on my way home as an alert to let her know I'm available to talk. She stated she wasn't a text person, neither was I, but even after my text to alert I'm off, she would still text and not call. I didn't call out of respect for her and the kids and not what was going on her end. Ultimately, things fizzled out. I shot her a text message trying to initiate conversation. It went unanswered for a week, but I saw her ass posting on an After Dark post in Facebook group we both in. At that point, I blocked her on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. Communication is non-negotiable for me. Non-negotiable for me. Something changed after I helped her. I'll chalk it up as lesson learned. Her loss. I value me. I ain't gonna let no trick devalue me. I would have moved on quicker, but I thought we were building something and invested in her, and I wanted a return on investment. I sent this email not for advice, but for education of the FUI, since I'm not one, but I find you brother show entertaining as hell. Terrence in Detroit. Well, Terrence, I got news for you. I really hate to bust your bubble.
You're an FUI.
Oh, and how? You're an FUI. Okay, let's start with number one. Let's start with this email. Okay, this email is too damn long. Ain't nobody got time to be reading all that, man. We got a show to conduct. Okay, now, I will give credit and props to where it is due. Okay? I see proper grammar. Couple of mistakes make you sound like buckwheat, but proper grammar, I see that. Big word usage shows that you have some type of brains. Okay? Is that fair?
It is.
So what I'm trying to figure out, okay, is why after she told you she had the upper respiratory infection and you saw her on Facebook and Instagram. After she told you was her kids had her tired and you still saw her on Facebook and Instagram. After she claimed that she had food poisoning and was in the bathroom boo-booing. Yet, you still saw her on Facebook and Instagram. Why didn't you get the picture then?
Correct.
Okay? You still had to go to something like, oh, wow. Instead of recognizing that game for, dude, she's just not into you. You understand? With 4 kids and you have none. I'm going to say that again. With 4 kids and you have none. Okay? Why would you then go and take it further by agreeing to talk at night after you got off work, knowing that she was trying to give you the runaround earlier? Now, you're gonna tell us, after being bamboozled, hoodwinked, and everything else, that you ain't gonna let no trick devalue you?
She just did.
Dude, she's already devalued your time. Okay? And if she can devalue your time, she can pretty much devalue anything else. That's all you got. But thanks for thinking that you're not.
Exactly.
You are. Terrence in Detroit. Yeah, don't, yeah. Whatever. It's not Claire, homie. Anyway, listener email. Here we go. Carlos and Tommy L. Don't know who that is. Kansas City Chiefs. This is some wild, a broad on Instagram gonna tell me it's $25 to DM her. Wait a minute. When did we get to that? Okay.
Exactly.
WTF, you already know what that means. I already sent her a DM and she said it's $25 to DM her. I'm not paying her trick ass $25 to DM her. Is 2 broads on Instagram to holler to DM and pay her dumb ass? Who she thinks she is? I blame these new breed of ghetto-fied chicken head in rap for this dumbass mindset. Mac in Miami?
Ain't bad. Wasn't good either.
Man, he big mad. Like, and then you gonna you just blaming rap chicks for that? Man, look, he probably got one in his bed right now.
He talking about Charlos and Tommy L. Come on, Matt. In Miami.
Yeah, man, what's up with that, yo?
And you in Florida, so never mind, you in Florida. Never mind, he's Florida.
Then they called us the Kansas City Chiefs.
What?
I don't know. Go figure. All right.
Yeah.
You ready for the next one? All right. B and H. Okay. I can dig. The other day, here we go. The other day at Sonic, I go to get me a meal, and the woman who bringing me my order was very pregnant. Okay. She was waddling away, barely moving, so I met her halfway. When we connect, she was breathing hard. I asked her, how far along is she? She said 39 weeks. I asked her, why is she still working? She said she was no PTO and that Sonic only offers unpaid PTO. But once she had the baby, she gets 6 weeks off. Is that true? She said this is her sixth. Oh God. She said this is her sixth kid by 4 different dads, and she said the dads aren't helpful. Totally a sad situation going on in community. More than this young lady. She must do better, and these employers must do better. I agree. This is kind of where where I was going earlier, and let me. You sent this to me at 10:56 this morning, right?
This came in today.
Now, how funny is it that I would expound on that very thing talking about my father this evening?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just got finished discussing that. If you're just tuning into the show, which you should not be because you should be here on time and not like CPT or something. I kind of talked about, my dad who's passed on and, how he met the everyday challenges and overcame the everyday challenges of being a father and a husband. You understand? And this is kind of what I'm hinting at, what I was talking about. Josh in Mobile. I'll put it to you this way. If I don't understand how you can have unpaid PTO. I don't even know what that is. Like, if I go on a vacation, you know what I'm saying? I want my income to get, I want to make sure that I'm, it's PTO. PTO means paid time off. I guess they just get time off. They just get 2 TO. But that's horrible.
Exactly.
That's horrible. Like at Sonic? Man, dude, like what they got to go through, they should get paid time off. Anytime you're dealing with like the public, you know what I'm saying? Like on that level. Yeah, but that wasn't a bad email. I mean, the one before this one was suspect as hell. But that wasn't a bad email. Okay. Maybe we're gonna get some hope you know what I mean? I see hope. You understand? Now I'm pretty sure that'll come crashing down soon. But we're not gonna jump the gun. We're not gonna jump the gun. Okay. All right. Boston, Hollywood. For the record. Okay, dude. Here we go. Okay. Boston, Hollywood. For the record, I ain't no FUI. Yes, you are. I just like the show. I know you all used to run Facebook groups. I'm single, man. I'm a few different Facebook. What? I'm a few different Facebook groups. You are? And if it's woman that piques my interest, I send friend requests and she her a message. I like to be, man, who is it? Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh, God.
I knew it. 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 But I'm going to, just for the sake of, I'm going to read this, okay? Where was I? I sent friend request and she sent her a message. I like to be discreet and not commenting up a storm in case I see another interest. Wow. Some of these want to chat forever or video forever and not give you their number. I think we can get more accomplished talking on the phone and setting up outings. I'm no creep. I have a decent job, no drama, no mess, decent credit. Wait a minute. And what have you? I know I'm a catch, but all this continuing chat and stuff with forward movement towards an outing to really gauge them. At what point do you all think the chatting via messenger should stop and it move to personal communication on phones and outings? Trying to strike the balance of not moving too fast or getting stuck in the chat zone. Let me know the deal. Rob in Virginia. I don't even know what to say to that.
He's an FUI.
Dude, like, this dude is really writing us, man, like, for real. And I mean, he sounds just as thirsty right here.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and you can't even make this crap up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
With Sean Clay. And I can almost guarantee you he wrote this with Sean Claytas on, an ascot, smoker's jacket, and some cargo shorts.
And a front row Bentley umbrella.
Like, man, dude, come on, man. Like, really, that's what we doing?
Yeah. We got another one, brother. You see the one about Marcus and Jordan, which is terrible, too?
Hold on, man. Wait a minute.
From Ronte in Birmingham.
Hold on. Who?
I'm going to just send it to you again. See, we're live here. We're live. So, sending it to you right now. Ronte in Birmingham.
I got the Rob in Virginia. I just read that one. But, I
just sent it to you, Ronte in Birmingham. He's terrible.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay, what? Marcus and Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this mess. I meet this female in a Facebook. This fool said a Facebook shingles group. What y'all gonna discuss? Chicken pox? All right. We accept friend requests and start massaging each other. I was up straight with her. Really? I'm in Birmingham and she in Atlanta. We 2 hours away.
Oh my God.
That fool said hours. Last Sunday, me and her meet up.
Oh God.
This is bad. I drive over to Atlanta to see her, Esther. Esther, she got out of church.
Oh God.
This don't make no sense. We meet at 10 Lizzie's, a taco place in Atlanta.
That's true. 10 Lizzie's, I know what it is. But it's spelled wrong.
Man, we had a great time. We was there for hours. And he spells hours like this, like O-U-R-S, like hours.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Okay. Last week, I text her in the morning and she text back, what? And we go back and forth like Aaliyah.
Oh God.
But as for the week, man, this dude is just horrible. I'm gonna keep rolling. But as for the week go on, text got less and less, and she leaves me read on Friday. I ask about meeting on Saturday as we discuss. on last Sunday, but Nathaniel threw her. Yeah. She can be on Facebook all day and not text or call me. I'm glad I look after me and I ain't enamored by females like that. They ain't gonna fool me. One day, one loss, one to the next. Too many in the field for me. What is the deal with this common behavior of these females? Common behavior? Common for who? Ron Tay in Birmingham. Judging by the name alone, your name alone is like, Ron Tay is like slum for bad news or something.
Yeah, Ron Tay.
That's all this. I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know what the hell I read. I was just reading it because the words were there. Not that it really made any rational sense or anything like that. Like
it last Sunday, gave a last Sunday. We beat them down on last. Like, what are you talking about, Ron Tay? Last.
Dude, after the back and forth like Aaliyah, I was done. Like.
Yeah, the rest of them are way up there. It's like,
yeah, that was pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, all the other ones are way up the way. Scroll up there too.
All the other, you had some more emails?
They way up at the top.
Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try to find them. Let me see. I knew I saw something. Oh, okay.
June 18th.
Let me see. Damn. There's a lot of emails, bro.
Yeah.
But I got it.
Yeah.
All
Nardo right. Me is the first one.
I got it. Nardo Me and Coleus J. Wilson. Who? What? Where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? Like, cause I don't know. Okay. The start of the year have been tricky for me. Things be shaking and Tinte wants to be shaken. Okay. It's been an up and clown roller caster for me. Dude, you are jacked up. What has me down the most is that my female hotel moved the taxes on me. I'm not going back. I'm not even going to explain it, dude.
Oh, God.
To be exact, my female moved to Houston, Texas.
Oh, God.
He must be trying to say Houston. He got it all the way wrong.
Oh, God.
I cannot move with her because I am manager at White Castle here in Ohio. You spell Ohio, Ohightyo. To be exact, Cloyumbus, Ohio. Cloyumbus, right. There's a no White Castle in Texas. No, there's not. I would not have a job. Where they got a White Castle in Texas? Where? Shoot, I wish I knew. I lived in Dallas for years, man. We ain't seen no daggone White Castle. Anyway, so I miss her. I really miss her. But did she pee on herself? Why did she move to Texas on me? Maybe it's because she couldn't spell. She could have job from Rome, and job from Rome like everyone be since the virus. What? Oh, God. Understand this is that for always and forever, and
Lord.
She will be my FUI love. What? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, man, anyway. Nah, oh, God. This is not Terrell.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Oh my God. I love her brothers. There's never any question. she well be my... Oh, God. Can you help me get her back? No. I want her back. Advice. Saw hot.
Oh, God.
I'm not giving this fool anything. He done wasted my time with this stupid-ass email. AJ at White Castle.
Stupid devil. Oh, God.
It's the absolute worst. Come on, man. Moving on.
Damn, idiot.
It was just dumb, bro.
Very.
Bossman and Hollywood Elliott.
Damn.
Right. Greetings, sirs. I am disappointed that I cannot find any KFC buffets nor Pizza Hut buffets. And dude, I feel sorry for you. My flow of money ain't great. Going to these buffets for lunch make my money flow better, and I get more cane for my buck. Cane? What? All you can eat is the way to go. Have you seen the KFC or Pizza Hut buffets? If ho, let me know. If you a ho, so I can go. What? Did KFC change the Reese-CP? The Reese-CP to the chicken strips? The Reese. Get out of here. They ain't got a kick no more. Also, what happened to the honey barbecue wings and the orange slice? Please help me. Freddie at Toyota Plant. Okay, well, Freddie, you are an idiot and you are dumb. But look, and you are FUI. But look, I am totally with you because I can't find any KFC buffets, but they used to have a Pizza Hut buffet in Dallas, and it was on super point. And I'm talking about it was on point from the pizza to the wings, dude. And we had like the sweet spicy habanero, honey barbecue, garlic parmesan, and lemon pepper. And let me tell you something. They were all on point. Now I don't know what those young people... And look, the Pizza Hut, the buffet, nothing but young black folks.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Let me tell you something. Nothing but young black folks. The service was dynamite. Dynamite service. Young and courteous. And we was getting, dude, I think they was, at some point, they was just bringing us plates of wings. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was getting free wings. That's how many wings we had, bro. The pizza was off the chain. It was the best tasting pizza I had from a Pizza Hut in a long time. A long time. So I can understand getting a bang for your buck, getting your money's worth because, you know, I remember the KFC buffet. I don't know if they have any left. In your email, you were talking about the honey barbecue wings. At one time, the honey barbecue wings from KFC was one of the best things I had literally ever tasted.
Same here.
Those honey barbecue wings were so good, like you could eat the whole thing. I mean, you wouldn't even complain about eating the bone. You just eat the whole thing. Like they were so good.
Yes, they were.
Like I used to when I was a junior in high school, I used to literally take the bus from 79th Street to 105th in Western to get some honey barbecue wings, like past the mall and everything, just to get some honey barbecue wings and just to go back home. And I would do this every Friday, on the weekend. I would take the bus there, get my 20-piece honey barbecue wings, go to the video store, get a couple of video games, and go right back home from school and tear those honey barbecue wings up because they were just so good. I mean, it's not like that today, of course, because all good things must come to an end. But I dig what he's saying, even though he did it in a literate fashion, and he's still a FUI.
Yes, he is.
So, Freddie, you're my nightmare. Anyway, okay, we have, oh, God, here we go. Jamal Boss and Alex Monsoon Monaco. Why? Looking to shave some money at the costly movie. theater. Unbelievable. And take this chick I meet on POF.
Plenty of fish.
Oh, plenty of fish. I don't deal with any of that crap. On a date, I go to Dollar Tree. I almost sounded like I was Scottish. To get some snacks, shoo the chick, can stow the snacks in the power, and he choked me up. And chicks be carried around and stuff. In addition, I went to TJ Fish to get 2 fish sandwiches, 2 shoulder sandwiches, and 2 burger sandwiches. Ooh, I got 8 small juices. All do it yourself. So it's what?
That can mean the Aldi store, bro. The Aldi store.
That says Aldi. Man, that ain't no damn Aldi. Anyway, I think all is good, but we whiz fun. What the hell of the theater due to Audrey Kirsten? What? I ain't reading the rest of this crap.
Terrible.
You can't read this. This is stupid. Sean in Nashville, don't ever write me again. Keep it to yourself.
Crazy, son. Get out of here. Boom. Out of here, Sean. Boom. Out of here.
That's ridiculous, man. It's not even legible. What kind of crack are you on? Ooh, talking about Cushboo R&B and RCA the Don Motor. This is going to be bad, too. I'm going to boom this one. I went to Sonic for lunch to get the burger combo plus Taker Tot. Since when did the Undertaker got a meal at Sonic? Who said Taker Tot and a grape slush? I'm with you, bro. That grape slush is the bomb. God. Especially the one with the nerds in it, right?
Yes, indeed.
Man, that's a bomb, yo. The flat-backed waiter brought me my food in the bag and stuff. Everything seemed cool until I get back to my desk at work to eat my lunch. I opened the bag instead of Taker Tots. What? I got mozzarella sticks. And mozzarella sticks without marinara sauce. I had my slush and burger, but not my Taker Tot. How they messed this up? Ramondre in Mississippi. Dude, why are you even sending me an email about that?
Oh, God.
I am not in any way, shape, or form concerned about what you were trying to get at Sonic. Is that in what? Since when did you think that was important?
Exactly.
Is that supposed to be news?
Exactly.
I'm just giving up on hope. Okay. I don't know. Boston, Hollywood, let me share with you the horror story of my experience with the extra broad from hell. Okay. We had one prior date at club for Friday night, happy hour and free buffet. I should have known this ultimately was going to go bad after she was complaining about the one crab leg per plate at the free buffet, and it didn't register at the time. Things were going well between her and I, so I decided to take her out of town to the beach for her birthday. So I arrived at her house the night before the trip. All bad signs from two women who project a certain lifestyle on social media, okay? The shower was Negro rigged. The Roku's on the floor. The towel bar was Negro rigged. What's up with the Negro rigging? The toilet had to be flushed from inside the bowl. So the horribleness begins. Breakfast, she serves me a food I told her on day one I was allergic to. We drive down, get to the beach town, take her to the restaurant. She was being extra about the bread, food, and drinks, and waiter not coming fast enough. The waiter kind of shot a look at me. Didn't stop there. Okay. Where am I at? Didn't stop there. Next day, she was being extra at the beach, complaining about the sand and people on the beach. She was being extra at the beach restaurant. We went to 7 spots before landing on a spot suitable to her. Following day, she was being extra at the Waffle House. What? Damn. Dollar Tree, Walgreens, Chipotle by complaining and making over-the-top requests for the no real reason at all. Damn. At the hotel, she claimed to hate trash and clutter, but the room was trash and cluttered due to all the mess she brought. It's serious. She had to put on lashes and makeup just to go eat breakfast and get coffee downstairs. She spent countless hours taking selfies for social media, especially TikTok and Snapchat. She had so many rules about sex that I just asked her, can I do? I just asked her, can I do, since there's so many things I couldn't do. Okay. Finally, we get ready to leave. I went to Walgreens to some medicine. I'm driving already thinking that this is the first and last trip we've gone on. She reveals that she was mad I didn't stop on the way down and makes mention that I'm passing all the food places and didn't ask her if she wanted anything to eat. I told her she opens her mouth about everything else. She just had to ask me to stop. I decided I wasn't stopping unless she asked me because I was tired of her. We didn't speak on the ride back. We got all the way back and she didn't ask me to stop. When we got to her house, she said that she didn't need my help bringing her stuff in the house. She didn't even say thank you for the trip or bye to me. She all in her feelings. Can you give me thoughts on my situation? It was wild and crazy. I just need someone else's unbiased opinion. Jordan in Georgia. Count your blessings, idiot. Because it seems to me, with all the shenanigans she was pulling, being extra here and there, it seems like you're not the type of person who likes extra. You know what I'm saying? You're dodging a bullet. Like, what else do you want to hear? I mean, even though you were stuck for saying you stayed a little bit too long, and this email is too long, it exemplifies that. What the hell are you thinking about? But, I mean, like I said, count your blessings, man. You dodged a bullet. If she's being extra at somewhere like Walgreens, she'll be extra anywhere.
Exactly.
So, I mean, whatever. Okay.
Oh,
the
God.
Honorable Dontrez Moss Muhammad. What in the hell?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I forgot what I was reading almost.
Honorable Dontrez.
I thought this was the final call. Like,
exactly.
okay, whatever, man. Like, the Honorable Dontrez Moss Muhammad and the Honorable Jamil Albertson Muhammad. I come to you, brothers, in pieces. Well, you need to put your ass back together again and get to step.
Oh, God.
I'm asking that you all bring the show to our city to uplift the mass, whatever. Your Kyle is uno of a kind and is needed to delegate the brothers and sisters in the city. We need the knowledge that I know you brothers have. Our people are struggling, encouraging, oh God, from you all is what our people. What our people what? We will be delighted to have status people like you all to teach us knowledge of shelf with shelf love. We will have nourishment prepared and after gathering in an adult building. Let's set this up. Brother Rashawn Al Malik in Dallas.
Wow.
Well, there's nothing to set up. It's not like you'll be able to write down the directions of where you're going to be properly. Mess around. You and Dallas will mess around and wind up in Dixon Circle somewhere getting shot at.
Or in Commerce, or Dick, or Prosper.
Oh, my God. Talking about it. Man, get out of here, man.
Brother?
It only gets worse from here.
Oh, God.
Navy Boo and Point Care Simu G? What?
Oh, God.
Back to... Oh, Lord. Do I have to read? Whatever. Back to life, back to reality. The world is changing and becoming new normal. What? All I do is think of her and she stays on my mind. I told her my love is and bomb baby.
Oh, hell.
When I told her that I was living for the love of her, oh yes, I was, while we making sweet love. What kind of stupid crap is this?
Exactly.
These ain't nothing but songs. Man, I'm not reading this goofy crap. Please. I'm emotional. We're not making love. Man, shut up. LLJ, not LLJ, at Boger Kang. What? I couldn't even read it.
He's for his own damn job.
At Boger Kang. Boger Kang. Really? This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, these are just the stupidest things I've ever read. Like, why?
Woo-wee.
This is stupid, man. Like, this is ridiculous.
Very.
Like, who sends anything like that? Boston, Hollywood, Tree, Ellick. Okay. What do y'all do for a living? I know this FWI stuff can't be your main for a living thing. Inform me, Negroes. Raymond in Kansas City. Oh, I'm a pimp.
Now
I'm know what I did for a living.
Now I'm a street hustler,
You know
Raymond.
Huh?
Now I'm a street hustler, Raymond.
Oh yeah, bro. Like I don't have the stomach for the street pharmacist thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good with hell. So, you know, I have to use what I got to get what I want. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I decided that I'd do the community, you know what I'm saying, the solid, and just start pimping. You know what I'm saying? You know, I bring the money back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? By sending my house to work in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Plus the hood gets blessed. You did. Whatever. Raymond in Kansas City. Now you know what I did. Ridiculous. Hey, that was an FUI answer for an FUI, right?
Yes, it
That's how we
was.
do from business. Wuzzy and Muzzy. See? I've noticed that they writing follicles about this boss character. Who is this boss character? Yeah. I see the follicles on the show site, but I don't know this Pearson. I know the show is ran by you, Wuzzy, and Muzzy, but they writing follicles about this boss Pearson. Explain to me the deal. I see 4 follicles about this guy. Thanks. Terrell Rashad at Subway and QT.
I see why you're there.
Yeah. Huh?
I see why he's there.
Yeah. Well, let me elaborate on that. Shut up. Next email. Boss in Hollywood. Look, my G's. I ran into an effed up situation with this woman. I got caught up being nice. You may call me sucker for it, but whatever. Sucker. I met this heifer on Instagram. Everything was cool initially. On date 3, this chicken head asked me could I cash app her $200 to help her with her insurance. That sounds familiar. Being nice, I did it. On day 5, she asked me could I get her some Uber Eats from a wing spot. Being nice, I would assume that, that's the word he left out. I did it. On day 6, it was our regularly scheduled first date. I picked her up from her apartment. We out, had a great time. I was feeling all over her and shit. Okay. Dropped her off. She acted like she didn't want to kiss. Said it was too early to kiss. Okay, whatever. All right, let's move to day 8. I'm getting my oil change at the dealership and try to FaceTime her. She declined, stating that it's too soon for me to see her without her wig and makeup. What?
Damn.
Okay, I'll come back to this. All right, bet. I was dreaming about the too soon mess, and I decided to test her and see if she would lie. I asked, did she have Facebook? I already knew she had one, and she said she didn't. So I screenshotted and sent it along with my thoughts on how it's too soon to kiss or see you on FaceTime without makeup, but it wasn't too soon to ask me for $200 to help you with insurance to get some Uber Eats. All the broad said was, okay. What? So at that point, I blocked. I've learned my lesson, but I like your thoughts on this. I don't know what thoughts you want. I'm just glad you came to your senses. Because it looks like you're the trick. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll never catch me on day 3 of meeting any chicken head. You know, because, I mean, it's always going to come to that. Like, if you really dating a chicken head, like, you really dating a rat, just squeaking and sneaking, finances are always going to come up. And usually sooner than later. So you should have known what this was from jump, man. And you got played a little, wasn't a lot. You know what I'm saying? She got that money out. You take it as a loss, keep it moving, fool.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Listener email. Booth in Hollywood Early. Really. Just stupid. Yo, I was catfished, and yeah, I can believe that. I was catfished by this trick I met on Facebook group. It wasn't the normal catfish, of course. We go out, everything cool and all. I go to the spot to get with the business like my man's pipe.
Oh, God.
He done already messed up. I don't have to go any further, but I will. This is where it turns. This Jezebel was wearing a whole ass BBL shapewear, fit the whole damn thing. She got the curse of the oppressor. She ain't got no kind of curves, figure or nothing. Backside flat as the highway. I'm joking. That was hilarious. The curse of the oppressor. That's what she's thinking. I'm thinking I would get some thick chick and I got some figureless heifer. What did she expect? She guys gonna want that horrible figure she got under that shapewear. This is ridiculous as hell. Read my email show. Pick my email, Devin in Memphis. Well, we read your email, you imbecile.
We picked it.
And we didn't have to pick your email. It's just here. Like, it was just your turn. Right? So, yeah. Yeah, maybe you're dodging a bullet too. But the thing about this is, like, you listen to Pipe.
Bad.
Ain't nothing more. There's nothing more FUI than that. Listening to Pipe. Like, that threw me. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Brother Jahar Malay Kudimo Aziz. What is up with these Muslim ass names? Brother Un-El Hollywood Muhammad. Brothers, I am dating the opposite being outside of the nation. What is that? She is not grounded in the teachings and principles of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. She is core parenting a dog animal with her ex-date they stole from a low-call park. What? She meets the ex to drop off the dog animal and lose it. Why can't you just say dog? dog and a meal in neutral locations. What is really troubling is that the ex FaceTimes the dog and sings the nursery rhymes and lullabies to get it to go to sleep. It has its own room in her blanket, and she puts a blanket on it to sleep. I can't even stick my rod in her box until it's asleep. I'm becoming disenchanted with the situation. What should I do? Brother Sam in Chicago. Well, I would say kill yourself, but, you know, we want to keep it Trilla. I don't know what you should do. I know that you need hooked on phonics. You're an idiot.
And why is it the good NOI brothers teaching people how to read?
Man,
let's start there. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad wants you to know how to read, sir.
Well, yeah, like, first of all, like, I would figure before you could even qualify to join that nation that you would have to know how to read. That would be one of the requirements.
I was not these two guys.
And I'm not talking about the religious aspect of the of the religion, but the business aspect of the religion. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? I'm gonna read this one. Boston, Hollywood. I will admit I should have saw the signs, but I didn't. It was this woman I started talking at my old job right before I left. We had some decent conversations. Found out about her troubled marriage, flirtations with her pastor. Oh yeah, she's very churchy. Should have been a red flag. Yes, should have. Once again, I should have known better in talking to her. She was dingy overall, been conditioned by church and lacked overall smarts, especially street ones. She sent me some pictures. They all at some angles to project something that it wasn't. So I agreed to see her. I was going through a drought, so I hit her. Her hit up. This pulls up to the spot with her short, fat cousin, and then her with her tall, flat booty self with poorly drawn on liner and makeup. What? The whole time we were there, she rehashing our previous chats with her cousin, like the cousin is quizzing me. I made up my mind I'd never see her again. I never met her in person because we all worked from home. Her pictures were misleading and conversation was painful, in addition bringing a third wheel unannounced. I think I did right. What say you? Eric at Marriott Bonvoy. Nice hotel. At Marriott Bonvoy? Anyway.
Yeah, you did right, idiot, still FUI,
yeah,
idiot.
I mean, like, that's a given. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it seemed like you didn't even like her. Talking about she pulls up to the spot with her short, fat cousin, and then her with her tall, flat booty self. Like, dude, what's going on? I don't know, man. It's FUI stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna read this one, okay. Ron Savage and Michael E. Sampson. The dummy on the Instagram is mad because I ain't hard on her no more. See, look, I tried to get at her in they DMs. We chat words back and forth like a leak. Dude, we not doing this. We not doing this. Was saying about. So I tried to sit up an outing and then drip my number on her. The dummy read it, but do not respond. I idiot, I say, so I've seen the DM and seen another, and the dummy responds. I tow out some ops for us to try to go. Broad say she don't like them, so I tell her to pick and she don't respond. Stupid. But now 3 weeks later, she come at me like, you ain't interested no more. I ain't heard from you in 3 weeks. What the deal? She can't be serial, can she? It's serial. She ain't answer me, but doing that, I ain't responding. She ain't playing me. F her. Dante at Avis, lead car washer.
Sounds about right for a lead car washer at Avis. Sounds about right.
What? Lead car washer. Stop. This is the last one right here, bro. Like,
Thank God.
Oh, God, dude. Let me know what you think. Okay, Jacob and Eric. Let me know what you think. So I meet this female on Twitter. I was in a local Twitter space with her and reached out privately. We texted stuff. I called her. It would always ring and go to voicemail, and she sent a message that she would call me back. She never did. Now, we did a date on Seafood Spot last Saturday, set up, and she claims, you see why I say claims shortly, but she claimed that her AC unit went out and that she had to wait for them to come out, and she had to cancel the date. Okay, fine, whatever. We were scheduled for this past Saturday, so about 2 hours before the date, she claimed that she had a blowout of a tire in Firestone Mobile when coming fix it. Then she claimed she was in a bad traffic for a long period of time. Not mind, I was sitting in the car being patient, giving her the benefit of the doubt, so I could give an alternative route based on where she told me she was at. So she parked. So she claimed she's about to park. I was hungry. I went on to order me some food. 55 minutes later, she ain't in the restaurant. I figured she'd been lying the whole damn time and then wasting my time 2 Saturdays in a row. This is a messed up mess. Pulling shenanigans like that. Just say you don't want to go out with me or whatever, but don't waste my time and lie like that, and I definitely dodged a bullet. I hate my time and gas were wasted. Hoping to meet someone better in the near future. Rashad in Houston. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, homie. And please don't write us anymore.
Please.
These long ass emails, and they all about tricks. They all about these cats tricking off.
Exactly. What's going on in the FUI world, my brother?
Like, what is going on, man? Man, I'm glad that's over, dude. Look.
Yeah.
This show was a bomb, but man, you get a headache, you have to treat yourself after you do that, man.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Like for real. You want to run through some headlines before you close up shop above to get far away from these emails as possible?
Dude, let me see if I can find some.
Jesus, goodness gracious, you have.
We got some crazy headlines. Just like I was saying, McDonald's now offering a catering service for weddings.
That part.
Master P calls out Google for mistaking him for Luther Vandross. That flipped my wig. How are they going to mistake Master P for Luther Vandross? And Luther Vandross has passed away.
Exactly.
Okay, Florida Japanese steakhouse closes doors to customers test positive for meth.
Florida.
Okay. Mail delivery paused in Texas town after nesting hawks and attacking people. Okay. Massachusetts woman discovers man hiding under a jacket in her backseat. A screaming match ensues. That's it. Florida girl awarded $800,000 after McDonald's chicken nuggets scalded her. I remember that. Straight hustle. Dwight Howard reportedly sued by neighbor after she crashed into one of his cows.
Jesus.
What? Wow. Man spends
$14,000.
Okay, yeah. Man spends $14,000 on lifelike collie costumes. I'm done. Okay. Georgia mother says a restaurant served her children alcoholic drinks at birthday dinner. Yeah, I'd be pissed. Taco Bell sued for falsely advertising the amount of beef used in some menu items.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can believe that too. Georgia teen facing charges after texting friends she had been shot as a prank. Bronx car theft crew responsible for $3 million in auto theft busted after posting cash and cars on social media. Still don't believe social media will get your ass in trouble? You better think again.
Exactly.
Burger King, who never missed work in 27 years, receives over $400,000 in donations after going viral on TikTok last year. That's a long time. Okay? White North Carolina apartment manager charged for assaulting, pouring soda on black children at swimming pool. Former Family Feud contestant who joked he regretted marrying wife sentenced to life in prison for killing her. Oh, wow. Okay, here's a real one right here. Boston doctor arrested for masturbating in front of 14-year-old girl on Hawaiian Airlines flight. Really? Dude, come on. Tiffany Haddish launching dating show featuring women who are dating homeless men. Everyone deserves to have someone supporting them.
Why?
Okay, that's not going to last. Okay, I give it a week. Scoop Cookie Study. Conservative with triple Ks, Oklahoma with triple Ks, school with triple Ks, superintendent tells teachers to deny racist Tulsa massacre. I can imagine. Yeah, right. Larsa Pippen is apparently traumatized after Michael Jordan admitted that he doesn't approve of her dating his son. Okay, here we go. Pigs on patrol. Los Angeles Sheriff's deputy punches black mother in the face while she's holding her infant. It's not a surprise. It's not like it hasn't happened before. Okay, these pigs are out of control.
Exactly.
Jim Crow. Alabama's legislature ignores SCOTUS orders to draw second majority black congressional district.
Louisiana got that same issue coming up too.
Huh?
Louisiana got the same issue coming up too. Louisiana, same issue.
Right. And I read the crap that Clarence Thomas was writing. Like, that dude is King Coon 101. Right?
He's Sambo of all Sambos.
Oh my God. Okay, F-12 fugitive. Jocelyn Hernandez shades police about arrest warrant for fighting cops. Not even the beat can catch. Oh, yeah, right. Yikes. Lizzo's ex-dancer filed lawsuit accusing singer of weight shaming, false imprisonment, and forced performance of sex acts with Banana. I heard about that. Lizzo, of all people.
Judge Joe Brown called her Lizzo the hippo.
But Kanye, and here's the funny part, Kanye West spoke on her not too long ago. Like how she was bad, like literally like a detriment towards the community, just to come to find out he was right. Okay. Gracious Groceries. Grabber Lil Meech denies Summer Walker cheating rumors, claims he was helping his cousin bring bags in the house. Okay, right. Caught in 4K. Funniest reactions to Lil Meech claiming he was helping his big booty cousin with groceries amid Summer Walker cheating rumors. Oh my God. The plot thickens. Lizzo previously gushed about how badly she wanted to attend Freaky Banana Sex show in Amsterdam. All right, here's the last one. Super Freaky Grandpa. Suspected horny hive member Richard Lawson trends over alleged Twitter likes and amid Tina Knowles' loss and divorce, emerged as potential mayor of Pound Town. Yeah, and I heard about their divorce. Like, I believe that she's only meant to be with one person, and that's Matthew. I mean, y'all together for an eternity. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not going to go right until her and Matthew patch it up.
In Hollywood, I want to address this too. Did you hear a story where the baby in Atlanta got decapitated during delivery?
What?
Yes, it's Southern Regional Hospital where my ex works. There's a lawsuit accusing a doctor of decapitating the baby during delivery and covering it up. You know, the baby coming down the wrong kind of breech and trying to pull it out of her the vaginal way rather than get him up. She was 20 years old. I guess she didn't want to cut her open, but she ended up decapitating the baby. Trying to cover it up. So the hospital in Atlanta. The funeral home told them that the baby was decapitated because the hospital wouldn't let her hold her dead baby. Told her that she could only look at it. She couldn't touch it. It was covered up that day that the doctor decapitated the baby.
Wow. That is just amazing. And I can almost imagine the horror that how are you going to try to cover it up?
Unfortunately, that's one of the ghetto hospitals in Atlanta, unfortunately. They're the lowest of the low.
Like for real, like
they service Medicaid.
Wow.
They service the poor with Medicaid, no insurance, pitch care, so they don't care, and they show it.
Right. I don't believe it. That's just unreal. That's horrible.
And remember that story about the movie The Blind Side?
Yeah.
Did you hear about how the player said the white family tricked him into a conservatorship to make millions off of him?
Yes.
Terrible.
Yes, but it's like you would hate to say that you're surprised, but you would hate to say that you're not surprised, but you're not surprised. Because I'm not. It's just a shame, like that. This is the world this is just the world we live in, bro. Anything for a buck.
Yes. And
anything for a buck.
And we was on this years ago, brother, but Walmart's relaunching Walmart liquor stores.
I don't know what's up with that. I saw the picture. Shit, what they gonna do? Like, I saw the picture. Like, next they gonna be putting what you gonna catch next? Is it like a Waffle House on top of a Walmart?
That's coming too.
Like they're gonna have a Waffle merger.
Like,
it's gonna be called the Awful House.
It will be. Walmarts are better enough.
Dude,
Waffle House on top of it, way worse.
I can't tolerate Walmart. Like, I can't deal with it. Like, my wife, like that's like her favorite store. But I just can't. It's a hard bop going in that place, bro.
Yeah, Hollywood. Have you heard it before? We now have a Whataburger in Atlanta and In-N-Out Burger, right? They have the police directing traffic into the Whataburger and In-N-Out Burger.
What?
Yes.
Just like that. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Man. Going to pot, bro.
You know what I kind of feel? At least that's 4 less cops on the streets that can kill our people. At least on the surface street. So it's 8 in all. There's 4 at each restaurant. They can work the traffic flow at Whataburger and In-N-Out Burger. But I've never seen police have to direct traffic into a food place. In a fast food place.
And you said directing traffic?
Yes.
Oh, man, let me bust your head. Okay? In the little town I work in, it's called Carencro, Louisiana. You can look it up. They have a restaurant that's literally right down the street from the company that I work for. And a lot of times we get them to cater our events, right? They have a police escort at their restaurant. Want to know why? Because at lunchtime, everybody and their mama jams up the street to go get a plate lunch.
Wow.
Well, here's the bad thing about that. There's a small town with one roundabout. Nobody knows how to use it. Okay? So when they line up at Sonia's, you understand? we have to wait in traffic. Now, around that time, I'm getting off because I have to be to work. I'm at work at 3:30. You understand? So around that time, I'm getting off and can barely get home or have to wait and say, I have to take an alternative route at that time. You understand? Now, if I'm getting out before 12, it's straight. You understand? But anytime near or after, dude, you in trouble. You ain't going home. And police have to direct them in the parking lot just to make sure, you understand, that nobody gets shot over a plate of yams.
I can see it.
Dude, it's on another level, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the food is the bomb. The food is the bomb. But having a line that long on an industrial road, you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like where they have companies, like, you understand? People trying to get to work. It's horrible.
Yes. Yes, sir. Well, Hollywood, before we wrap up, what are your thoughts on this special and what we covered in these past couple hours?
I don't know. It gave me a damn headache, man. But, I mean, it is what it is. When we do this show, we know what the heck we're getting into, and we just take it in stride. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's going to have the same type of intellect. That's why we have FUI. That's why we have cats like Rob Zombie. You know what I'm saying? Leading the pack. That's why we, you know what I'm saying? That's why we do this stuff, you know? We do it whenever we do it. True indeed. My schedule right now is demanding, so we can't do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go to war with you guys all the time, but that's not my current reality. So we pick the most special of occasions that we can, and I think it actually makes what we're doing more special. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's worth the wait. So, you know, all in all, it's the FUIs that make the show. If we don't have any FUIs, you understand what a better world we live in, but, you know, there'll be no need for the show. We're just glad that we can have a forum to talk about these idiots with at all, because on one hand, it's entertaining, on the other hand, it's absolutely pitiful. You know, but, I mean, that's not too far from the world we live in. So that's my take on that. But just like I said, I'm appreciative for the forum. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, rest in peace, Pops. You the man. I know you watching over us, and I know you laughing at the FUIs too, because I know I am.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes, indeed. Well, Hollywood, I know my schedule's getting basketball, football going, so it's demanding as well. We'll wish you a happy 4th birthday in advance.
Thank you, my brother.
Keep on knocking the FUIs out. We'll keep on hustling and grinding. At some point in time, early in the new year, we'll figure something out to do a special for you FUIs. This should hold you over for a few months, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hey, it is what it is. You never know, my brother. We'll keep them guessing.
No doubt. Brother Hollywood, thank you as always. Thank you, FUIs. And folks, Boss Hollywood signing off. Have a great everything. And we are out.
Peace.
And if you don't know, now you know.